Hey everybody, it's Cheryl from Cheryl's Creations. Thanks for popping in and see what's going on in my crafty little world. I have been so bad at getting videos done and posted, and I come home and from work and I think, oh, I have to do a video today and I need to get that up. And then I sit there and I'll work on something and then it'll get late and I'll think, I'll do it tomorrow. So I have to get better at doing my videos. So that's one thing. I'm gonna get it going. And speaking of not getting things done, I've come to realize that, it's like I got up this morning and I made this plan. Okay, I have 4 turtles to make. I have time to get a couple pair of mittens done. Da, 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 da. Do you want to know what? It is now like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And what have I completed? 1 set of mittens. I don't know where time goes because, a turtle takes an hour. A complete set of mittens takes me, give or take 3 hours, about an hour and a half a mitten, and it's like, where does it go? I don't get anything done. So I guess the rule of thumb needs to be not to make a plan. If I don't make a plan, then I'm not frustrated when I can't figure out where all my time went. So, any of you guys have that issue? Oh yeah, I'm going to get this done today. Doesn't happen. Doesn't happen at all. So what have I been working on? I've done a couple sets of mittens, and in the next video, I will kind of bring, I'll show you the completed sets that we have. Speaking of the hats, these things just kind of pop into my head randomly that have happened over the last couple of days. My sister-in-law, my husband's sister, had saw the video where, he's doing hats and all of this stuff. Well, she had lunch with the other brother and they were talking and she said, oh yeah, Jeff's crocheting hats. And so yesterday, my husband gets this text message from his brother who lives out in Arizona saying that, heard you were crocheting. We're going to have to take your man card away. And of course, we're busting up laughing. And so he texts back. He said, about, well, I'm using power tools and a machine. And by the way, I'm knitting, not crocheting. And so his brother, who is just busted up, texted back and said, well, you can keep half your man card since you're using power tools. And so I told him, I said, text back and tell him it's for donation and for charities. We're giving all of these away. And so the brother decided that he could keep his man card because he's using power tools and we're giving them away. So wait till we go to Phoenix the next time. They're really going to get him good. So, but he's enjoying it. He does a couple a day and that's good. So what have I gotten done? Well, besides nothing, I have a nice big group of bunnies. Last year on Easter, I took a bunch of the plush, smaller plushed animals that I had to church. And because they had an Easter egg hunt for the older kids, I didn't want the little ones, the little bitty ones, to be left out. So those that weren't big enough or old enough to do an Easter egg hunt, I gave away plushies. And I think last year I gave away like 15 plushies. We did it on Easter Sunday, And of course there were extra visitors. And so, yeah, that was somewhere between, if I just sold them instead of giving them away, it could have been close to $200 in product. And so this year I decided we're going to do it again. But we're only going to have one style of item, and I chose bunnies. And I have found this really easy pattern where the only things I had to sew were the ears. The arms and the legs were made separate, but they were crocheted in the rounds. And it came up, you changed color, and then you did the head. So the ears were the only thing that I had to sew on. And then I did stitched eyes and stitched faces because these are for the little people that are younger than really should have safety eyes. So all of these are done using Parfait Chunky. Some of the regular, there's a couple that are made with the, I think it's called Blossom, the Parfait Chunky Blossom, which has the flower on it. And so they're all a little bit different. And so let's take a look. I think I have 9. I have one downstairs that's not quite finished. I ran out of the gray for the head, and I thought I had ordered it in my premiere shipment, but I didn't. So it may have to, that last one just might have to wait until I make another premiere yarn order, which who knows when that'll be. You know, if it was up to me, you know, I'd have it on the way, but you know, if it's up to my budget, that's a whole different story. So anyway, here we go. This is the bunny. So the eyes are stitched. Now this is a size 5, it's a DMC floss. It's the bigger of it. And I like using that for a lot of my facial because it's not as fat as using yarn, but it's not so thin like using regular floss that I have to use multiple strands. And so you can find this, they're usually in a little round puck about like this, and it's a size 5, and it's over near it's usually where the embroidery floss or the cross stitch floss is, usually on the top shelf. So this one is cream with a mint green body. Right. This one is orange and white. I guess I only have one made out of cream. I thought I had a couple, but I must have changed. This one is yellow. So some of these can be either or. You can give it to a boy or a girl. They're pretty neutral. But I do have some specifically for girls. If you take the pattern actually shows you, see how this is a little skirt. So this one is, this is one of those brights, or it might be that fuchsia out of the neons. I can't remember which bin I pulled that yarn out of. So there's one of those. This is the gray. I like the gray ones a lot. And he's got green. Now the one difference, this was probably the first green one I did, and I did the legs all the way because this is what the pattern showed. But as I did more, I left the feet so you could see the feet. Okay. And This one is made out of the blossom or the bloom. Okay. They have a little bit different eyes. I tried to give them a little more eyelash. Okay. And then I have a gray and blue. The gray is just a tad bit darker than I think you guys are seeing on the oh yeah. I'll show you this one next. This one is yellow with the bloom. This is like the very first one I did, and boy did I screw it up. But you really can't tell. She's got a cute little face and her arms. And the issue that I screwed up on and just I didn't want to take it apart because sometimes this yarn doesn't come apart very well, and so the arms are actually the ears. There's no stuffing in these. And then the ears are actually the arms. And so this one looks a little wonky, but it all works. You know, they're not really going to know unless I tell them. But yeah, I got the arms and the ears backwards, and you know, if I'd have folded these, it might have been a little bit better, but it's okay to have floppy ears on a bunny, right? So those are my bunnies that I will be taking to the church and giving to all the littles that are not big enough for the Easter egg hunt. I'm also working, oh, and this pattern, I can't remember right off the top of my head. It is a purchased pattern. It is off of Etsy, and I will put that information in the description, as well as I'll put in there that I use the Premier yarn. I'm working on turtles, which is a new turtle pattern. I have been using the it was a free tutorial. I don't know if it was Rose and Lily crochet, but it came out bigger. It was like bigger than the size of my hand. I found this other pattern that they're a little bit smaller, and they are so adorable. And the pattern came with like 3 or 4 variations, and so I've got 6 done, and I want to make 4 more, and so hopefully those will be my next video. And so I'm working on getting stock built, because I do have a couple of markets coming up at the end of March, April. I got one in April. I got information on a new one. It'll be a brand new event center, a brand new event. And so I've got to get that application back in. So I'm kind of excited about being able to go to that one. And so yeah, we're plugging right along, and you know, seeing what different items are out there, what different fun stuff people are coming up with, so that's what I have for today. I'm so glad you all stopped in. I love having y'all come visit. I love it when y'all leave, you know, comments, and I do read them, and I do apologize. I'm so bad at, you know, clicking that I've read them or, you know, a response, but do know that I do read them. I do love it. They make me smile, to see those comments come in. So don't hesitate to give me a hard time, because I love it. And we'll keep seeing what comes in. So I hope you all have a fabulous day, evening, next couple of days. If you live in the crappy part of, no, not, I shouldn't say it that way. If you live in every place but Arizona, I believe, y'all are going to be hitting daylight savings tonight. So remember to put your clocks ahead. And hopefully one day this daylight savings thing will go away, because, Indiana used to be like the other state that did not change time. And then a number of years ago, I don't know, maybe 15 years ago or so, they started changing time, and it's the crappiest thing on earth. And so we're really hoping to not have to continue this change time thing. So anyway, change your clocks. I'll see you in daylight savings time. Crochet away, everybody.